Get X-ray vision to see inside loops. Watch variables change step by step. We're becoming loop detectives. We'll trace loops step by step, create memory diagrams to visualize changes, debug systematically, and predict what loops will do before running them. Memory diagrams are like taking snapshots of your computer's memory during each loop iteration. They show us exactly how variables change, helping us understand and debug our code. Let's trace this doubling loop together. We start with result equals 1, then multiply by 2 each time through the loop. Can you predict what the final result will be? Before we trace, let's understand variable scope. Some variables exist before the loop starts. The loop variable only exists during the loop, and some variables survive after the loop ends. This is crucial for understanding memory. Here's our memory trace. Before the loop, result is 1 and x is undefined. First iteration, x becomes 0, result becomes 2. Second iteration, x becomes 1, result becomes 4. Third iteration, x becomes 2, result becomes 8. Final answer, 8. Our tracing process has 3 steps. First, show the state before the loop starts. Second, trace each iteration showing how variables change. Third, show the final state after the loop ends. Watch out for the classic off by 1 error. Students often think range 5 includes 5, but it goes 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 numbers total, but the last number is 4, not 5. This trips up everyone when tracing. Here's a more complex example. We're adding up the first 4 numbers, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Notice how we save the old total so we can show the calculation clearly. Real programs often change multiple variables in one loop. Here we track both a counter and a product. Watch how count increases by 1 each time, while product multiplies by 2, then 3, then 4. Both variables change together. For complex loops, tables work great. Each row shows 1 iteration. Watch how num changes from 0 to 3 and total accumulates. 0, then 1, then 3, then 6. The final sum is 6. Here's something cool. Before each iteration, Python asks, are there more numbers in the range? If yes, it runs the loop body. If no, it jumps to the code after the loop. This checking happens automatically. A pro debugging tip. When loops don't work as expected, add debug print statements inside the loop. Print the loop variable and any changing values to see what's really happening. Look at this debugging example. We add print statements before and after the calculation. This shows us exactly what happens. Loop 0 changes 10 to 8, loop 1 changes 8 to 6, loop 2 changes 6 to 4. Quick reminder, always remove those debug prints when you're done. Nobody wants to see debug messages in the final program. Here's a golden debugging rule. Always trace by hand first, then verify with debug prints. This builds your mental model and helps you spot patterns and mistakes. Watch out for these common tracing mistakes. Forgetting range starts at 0, thinking the loop variable still exists after the loop ends, and mixing up how many times the loop ran with what the loop variable's value was. Avoid these pitfalls. Let's practice our tracing skills. Look at this loop where we start with power equals 1 and multiply by 3 each time. Trace through 4 iterations. What's the final value? Excellent. Let's trace through it together. Start with power equals 1. First iteration, x is 0, multiply by 3 gives 3. Second, x is 1, 3 times 3 is 9. Third, x is 2, 9 times 3 is 27. Fourth, x is 3, 27 times 3 is 81. Get excited for next week. Nested loops. That's loops inside other loops. All the memory diagram skills you learned today will be incredibly useful when we trace loops within loops. You're going to love the patterns we can create. Incredible work! Memory diagrams show variable scope and changes. We trace before, during, and after loops. We watch for off-by-one errors and scope issues. Debug prints reveal the truth, and multiple variables can change together. You're now a memory tracing detective.